gravel driveway. So here's what I want to say. So the customer is happy. The neighbor doesn't want to pay her to pay me. So, I mean, here's kind of what happened. Let me just give you guys the whole story. So I showed up, I gave him the bid. I said, hey, I'll come out here with my dozer. I'm about to fall over. I said, I'll come out here with my dozer, right? I'll smooth it, I'll scrape out the potholes, right? Then I'll come in with my dump truck and I'll drop 2 loads of gravel, right? That's exactly what I did. I smoothed out the potholes, came in, 2 loads of gravel, smoothed everything out, nice and perfect. I even compacted it with my dump truck. And I got home. I texted the lady. I said, hey, she owns a rental, right? She's the one that's paying me. And she said, okay, awesome, And then later that night, she texted me, oh, one of the neighbors is unhappy with the job. How could you leave a product like this and this and that and, saying all this stuff. And I said, look, I've never had a complaint with anything I've done, anything. And especially for the price, $1,600, $1,500 for a brand new driveway, 450 feet. That's with the rock included. I mean, that's a smoking deal. Nobody would touch this driveway for under $4,000. And I'm out here, helping people out. And then they want free stuff, right? And so I talked with their neighbor, and apparently he's some operator who's a special operator, and he knows everything. And I did such a crappy job. And, and right then I knew. I was like, okay, first of all, if he was such a good operator, how come he didn't maintain the road? How come he maintain the road? That was my first thing I thought of, And then the second thing I thought of, okay, well, if he's unhappy with it and he's such a super operator, why doesn't he just go rent something, and fix it, But then I'm like, okay, no. I'll talk with the customer, because that's who I was doing business with. And she didn't want to pay me because they weren't going to pay her. And I said, look, between us, I'm going to have to take you to court if you don't pay me, because I did exactly what I said I was going to do. You got to pay me. You don't get to buy a burger at Burger King and eat it and then not pay for it. That's not the way this works, And I said, okay, I'll compromise. I'll come out on a Saturday at 8 o'clock, be there to go over the driveway with me, because she hasn't even been here with me since the bid, right? And she said, okay, we can compromise, do that. I'm very thankful that you're going to do that. And she was amazing as a customer. She's amazing. And I said, okay, but the neighbor that was unhappy with it, he needs to be there too, so he can point out the spots that he's unhappy with and this and that. And she said, yes, he'll be there at 8 o'clock, but, you better show up, because I'm paying you right now, and, just keep your word. And so I'm like, okay, but you make sure you're there too. I keep my word. I guarantee my word. I will be there. I will have somebody there. And my brother was supposed to help me on this, and he flaked out on me, but I'm still here because my word matters to me, right? So I show up 7:55, 5 minutes before I said I was going to be here, unloaded my dozer, backbladed it 1 or 2 more times, just to, if, they were unhappy with it, then they could be happy with it, I figured. And I was here for 45 minutes. It's even more than that. It's probably an hour now. Okay, I've been here for an hour and 10 minutes now, right? With my dozer, full throttle, doing some backblading and smoothing out it, with the rake. He never came outside, never said nothing. So I called her up. I said, hey, how's this work out that you tell me you're going to be here and he's going to be here at 8 o'clock and I've been here for an hour and nobody showed up but me, And, oh, man, I'm just so, like, I want to swear right now. Like, how does he have the nerves and the balls to say that he's a special operator and then he doesn't even show up to tell me what I did wrong? And then he doesn't want to pay. So here's what in my head I'm thinking. I didn't, you know, I didn't go bang on his door and say, you know, and put him on blast or nothing like that. But here's, you know, the guy must be in debt up to his eyeballs and just doesn't have the money to pay. So he just complains, you know, oh, I'm not happy with it. I'm not paying. He just doesn't want to pay. I mean, maybe he is an operator. He just doesn't have any money. That's kind of what I'm thinking it comes down to. Like, in the end, I think it's because he has no money. You know, I don't think he's unhappy with the job. I think he just has no money. And he's embarrassed, you know, because he's got a nice pickup, no money. So he just doesn't want to pay. But, you know, if you guys fast forward to the beginning of the video, you can see the driveway. It's a paved road, basically. I mean, it's that smooth. It's basically a paved road. I don't see why he would be unhappy with it. And, you know, especially for the price point. No, I don't have to lawyer up. She paid me. So I did the job on Monday. And then that night she told me she was unhappy with it, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, in order for me to come back Saturday, I need payment tonight, you know. And she showed up at 9 o'clock and had a check for me. I cashed in it, you know, everything went smooth, you know. So I showed up, I kept my word like I said I was going to. You know, I said, if you drop the check off tonight and it clears, I'll be there Saturday, guaranteed, you know. And I'm here, and after, you know, I spent 45 minutes, I went and I called her. I said, hey, you know, how's this that, you know, you told me, like, hey, you know, keep your word, you know, like making it seem like I was the one that was like not going to show up or anything. And I said, hey, you know, I'm here. I spent 45 minutes to an hour out here. Nobody's come out. Nobody said anything to me. How is this working out like this? You know? And, you know, she apologized and she said, you know, I want to give you an extra $100 for taking your time and, you know, doing this. And now her dad has a hole in his backyard or in his driveway. They want me to come fill it or something. I don't know. But, she's like, how can my neighbor be this way? And, you know, and I just said, you know, there are some people out there that are just out there to get free stuff, you know. And I told her I didn't want her extra $100, but I said, you know, what I really would appreciate is if you did write me a review, you know, saying this is what I went above and beyond what I had to on a Saturday when I could have been spending time with my family, you know. And this is why a lot of people don't do public stuff. You're exactly on the money, because you basically have to ask for 100% upfront before you do anything, because if you don't, you might not get paid. I mean, so it's so frustrating that you're out there. I mean, you're really doing it almost for free. Like, I did this for negative money now because I had to come out here again, you know. I mean, I didn't lose any money except for fuel, you know. I got my dozer on the trailer. I did a driveway. If you rewind to the very beginning of the video, I did this driveway and the customer, you know, didn't want to pay me for it. She paid me, but she wasn't unhappy with it. Her neighbor that was supposed to pay her, I mean, they were all supposed to chip in, you know, to pay for it. So he didn't want to pay. So what it really comes down to is, guys, there's a lesson to be learned here. I had never asked for any money up front with any of the jobs. And this type of job right here makes me want to ask for, you know, 50% up front, at least to cover my fuel and my costs. Because I spent, you know, $300-400 in just gravel here. And I could have been out that money, plus the fuel and the time, you know. So this is what makes me want to ask for 50% up front or 75% up front or even 100% up front. Like most businesses, you know, they ask for 100% up front. Yeah, it's a shared driveway. That means like 3 or 4 people pay to maintain the drive. They're supposed to pay to maintain the driveway together, you know. But yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. But so I still don't want to do that though, you guys. I don't like asking for money up front because a lot of people, they get kind of turned off on it. They're like, whoa, you're asking for money up front? Like, so I don't know what I should do, guys. I like not having to ask for money up front because I like them to be happy, and I want them to be able to be happy to pay me, and they get a sense of, most nice people, they have a sense of security. Well, this guy's not asking for any money until the job's complete. So, I mean, that's, a lot of people like that. Yeah. I mean, I should be asking for money up front, but it's also it's more of a pain in the butt too, because here's what happens. If you ask for the money up front, then you have to give them a receipt for that. You have to log that. I mean, it's such a pain. And then what if they say they gave you more than what they gave you? That's another scenario that you have to come up with. Excuse me. But man, like, I told the lady too, I said, I've never had an unhappy customer, with any of the driveways I've ever done. And, the guy, I talked with the guy on the phone, and he's like, man, I'm an operator, and I would never put my name on this product, and, I can't believe you came out here and did this, and all the neighbors, who did this, like, how does he even be in business? How can you how can you put your name on this product and this and that? And, oh, dude, the guy this guy, he's something else. He's something else. I'll show you guys the driveway. I don't want to be on like YouTube, if anybody comes out showing you guys, then people get all offended and, and then the asphalt, probably starts somewhere in here. I don't know, you guys be the judge. If the driveway looks good, hit that like button. I want to know if you guys think the driveway is acceptable. Hit that like button. If they got their money's worth, I want you guys to hit that like button and share this video, about how people try to rip small business owners off like myself, because, I spent a lot of time on that driveway. I kept my word. I came back out here. I didn't have to come back out here on a Saturday. I could have been spending time with my family. I could have been, my wife had a race today. I could have been at that race. So it really pisses me off, that I had to come out here again, especially when I did a good job the first time. And I know all 12 of you guys are watching this, so you guys better hit that like button, because there's only 4 likes on this video. And I know more than half of you thought I did a good job, so you better hit that like button. But, man, like, this is the type of stuff. And so, let's say I was doing this on a bigger scale, and, he expected to be a paved road. I mean, and that's smoother than the paved road that comes up to the driveway. I mean, all the potholes and stuff in this road, how could he be disappointed? Maybe he thought the deal was I was going to fix the road going to his driveway. I don't know. But Man, I could have went to my wife's race today. I could have been supporting my wife, you know. Instead, I chose to make the customer happy and come back out here, you know. And I'm pretty sure, you know, if she would have seen the driveway the first time, she would have been like, this neighbor's a freaking nutcase and he just doesn't want to pay. You know, that's probably what it was going to be. You know, if she would have seen the driveway, she doesn't live here. She just owns a rental at the end of the street, you know. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. Everything's going good though, guys. I mean, the business, we keep going up. I mean, we're doing more and more stuff than we've ever done. You know, I did that demolition, that double wide demolition. Dude, that was freaking sweet. You know, that was the biggest project I've ever done so far. You know, that was, you know, probably about a total, the customer was out about $13,000. It was a $13,000 job. I mean, that's a pretty big dig right there for me, you know. And the customer was so satisfied. Like, I mean, their house was only, you know, this far away from the duplex. Or not the duplex. The house was that far away from the mobile home. And we didn't scratch anything. We didn't break anything. You know, we got it done. We're spotless afterwards. They were so happy. Along with all my customers. All my customers are always happy, you know. And this lady also was very happy with the job I did, you know, and she's very happy that I came back out here. And she's starting to realize, you know, that her neighbor is not who she thought he was, you know. And and she wanted to call him and say, hey, you know, he showed up, you know, how come you didn't show up? Like, what's up with that? You know? And I said, you know what? Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on him. Just blow it off, because here's why. You have to, you own the property next to his. You're going to have to deal with this guy for the rest of your life. You know, as long as you own that property, you're going to have to deal with him. Me, you're not going to see me again. I mean, unless you need some other work, you know. Don't waste your time, you know, being angry at him, because, you know, that's who he is. Exactly. Some people just can't be pleased. You know, some people can't be pleased, you know, but I'm totally satisfied with my job. The customer's satisfied with her job. Her husband's coming to meet me. I gotta wait 30 minutes for him to show up, apparently. You know, so we can walk the driveway and he can say, hey, you know, he went the extra mile, you know. She was gonna offer me extra $100. I said no. I just want an honest review, you know, saying that I came and did the extra mile. You know, that's kind of what I want. So, anyways, guys, tell me what you guys have experienced. Have you guys, Blake, you were saying that you experienced something like this before. Who else has experienced something like this? Let me read through these comments real quick. Blake, what was your experience? If you're still watching, what was your experience? I'm trying to read the comments here. Give me a second to catch up. Dude, Johnny Phillips, you're totally spot on, dude. You know, even the money isn't that much, but the time that I'm tied up in this, dude, you can't get that time back. Okay, I'm almost to the bottom here. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Seven likes. There's 12 of you watching. Close that chat bar and hit that like button. You know, also, if you guys want to chip into super chat, totally appreciate that too. What's up, Andrew Williams? Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys supporting these videos and engaging. You know, it makes it that much more worth it for me to put these videos out. Yeah. Some people, man, they just want free stuff. They just want free stuff, man. I mean, I could see if it was a horrible job, you know, but it was better than what it. You should have. You guys. I wish I would have took pictures before. Like, this thing had probably like 30 to 40 potholes. Yeah. If you guys, you know, I just can't believe this, you know, it's just crazy to me. So if you start your own business, expect this crap to happen, and just, you know, just kind of prepare for it, you know. And what I told the lady was, I said, hey, you know, your neighbor doesn't want to pay you, but you still have to pay me because, you know, we had the contract together. And if you don't pay it, I'm not going to take him to court. I'm taking you to court because you're the one that agreed to it, you know. Unless, you know, up front, everyone says, okay, we're all pitching in. And if that was the case, then I would have required a certain amount of money up front from everybody, because the more people that get involved, the less people want to pay. Yeah, you know, I took after pictures, and like you guys know, 99% of the work I do, I try and do video of it because it is worth diamonds and gold. You know, because when stuff like this comes up, then you have video proof, and they can't contest that, you know. And, you know, I'm very proud of my work. I was very surprised when I got that text, you know, saying, oh, he's unhappy with it. He's going to give you a call and this and that. And then the guy said he was going to rent a motor grader to do it. And I said, dude, to rent a motor grader is going to cost you $1,600, $1,600 to $2,000 just to rent one of those. That's not including the rock to get out here. I mean, if they were to pay somebody else, they would have spent at least $6,000 or $7,000 to do that driveway. I mean, if they wanted it done the way he was saying, you know, with the motor grader and everything. It's like, dude, nobody spends that money on a gravel driveway. You know, tops, if the gravel driveway is 100% perfect, tops, it's only going to last, you know, 1 year in Washington. Maybe less. Because it rains so flippin' much here, the fines get washed out, and then the potholes form. I mean, that and all the organic material from the trees dropping on the driveway. I don't have a video of beforehand. This is the one job that I don't do a before video. This is what happens. Yeah. But I mean, I did do the after video. You know, I took pictures afterwards. Next time I'll be taking pictures before. You can guarantee that. It's just a, you know, and that's my normal habit, is to fly over it with the drone so people can see, you know, all the potholes and everything, and then fly over it with the drone afterwards, you know. But my drone battery was dead, and I was in a rush, and, you know, I was like, I got other things to do today, you know, so I didn't take the time to do it. I should have took the time. Anyways, guys, pound that like button. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here and listening to me vent. You know, appreciate that. I gotta go do another job at 5 o'clock tonight. I was supposed to have the whole day with my family and then just bang this other job out. Not this one, but a different job. My old realtor, he's building a dirt bike track in his backyard. And, you know, he wanted me to bring his dozer over. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please share this on your social media site of preference. Please pound that like button. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.